Coast. We got to make sure all the viewers can get in here. And game one underway between Carnage Gaming and Rebel.
Drops, flip reset. He does get it. Astromic will kick the save away. But you are already seeing some of those mechanics, Subi.
Absolutely. This region, you know, when they first came out and came to the World Championship, they could hold their own, but, you know, when it came to getting to day 3, that was a different story. But now you can see that these guys are definitely leveling the playing field with the rest of the world.
And South American players speedy. I don't know if you saw that controversial speed chart that was posted. Did you have a chance to look at that, Subi?
I did, yeah. I mean, it's not really all that insane to me to think about, because when we watch these guys, yeah, it's just full boost all the time, just head forward and just we're coming at you, where, you know, other regions are trying to slow it down, they're trying to slow play. Yeah, not these guys.
Reppy trying to dip that under Jan. You see demos coming out. Reppy taking out Astromic. Jan, the solo play, you see him hitting the flip reset, but the defense holding strong for Carnage. Now a backboard chance, but that is turned aside by Astromic. Reppy there for the pass. What a nice pass from Brad.
Oh my goodness, going cross field with this one, all the way from the right-hand corner to the left-hand side of the box. And the placement is perfect from Reppy.
Nice start for Carnage. That is the type of passing that you expect at this level. Snip. Got a backward pass, but now it's a 2v1. Jan gets the corner boost and dodges the bump. Smart defending and now pushing the ball downfield. You see a demo on drops. This is a push from Rebel. Backboard vulnerable. Astromic double tap. It's in. A monster play from Astromic.
And look at him feather his boost in the air. Just tap, tap, tap so he can keep going towards it. And at the last second, gets right above it to just slam that ball down. Great mechanics from Astromic.
And what a start this is. 2 quality goals. Drops. Off the wall. Reppy. Have that deflect off to the side. Rebel trying to push Carnage back, and that's a nice bounce. Might even be in. Off the crossbar, down, and it is. Astromic will pick up his second.
I mean, he's just getting all of these crazy shots that go way up high and then tuck themselves under the crossbar, and that's a tough ball to get to as a defender. You don't expect the angle to just be going in just like that off of a challenge.
Astromic having his hand in both goals. Rebel looking ferocious. Brad trying to clear it out. Snip will tip it up for Jan. And the double tap comes out. Drops well positioned. He saw his teammate was going up trying to deny the backward. A double demo from Astromic through the smoke. The lob across net. It was too high. Rebel with immense pressure.
Just pure aggression coming out from Rebel right now. And I absolutely love it. I think the desk was kind of predicting this. They were saying that Carnage Gaming starting to slow down a little bit, and Rebel definitely on the upswing. And I can absolutely see that taking hold on the field right now, especially with that double demo on the goal line.
Snip. Testing the backboard defense. Brad is up early. Reppy trying to move that upfield. But Rebel, they have been inching closer and closer to this goal line. Carnage finally having a counterattack chance. Lovely pass, a light shot, but it was behind the streaking defender, and we're seeing a bare-knuckle brawl in game 1.
Last time it was Brad to Reppy, and Reppy went left-hand side. This time going right, just painting the whole net. And with that one, ties up game number 1, and Carnage Gaming matching Rebel blow for blow.
And it's such a quick counterattack, and we had mentioned, Sudi, the speed charts. And if you looked at the rankings, the Middle East was #1, according to the analysis from Johnny. Oh, snip! You blink for 1 second, and they're already getting another scoring chance, and that was off a demo that opened up a gap.
Well, and that's just due to that speed, just continuing to follow up that ball, and doesn't matter how much boost is in the tank. If he's close enough, he's staying with it and keeps the defense on their toes, and they can't catch up. This is going to be an awkward run, and another shot on target. They refuse to let off the gas.
The wheels falling off for Carnage, and a massive 50. That is about the worst that a kickoff can go, other than one that pinches so hard it bounces right into your net.
Yeah.
But in that situation, it's hard off the sidewall and back into Carnage's half. And as the defender, if you're going for the corner boost, there's no way you're ever getting to that ball. But if you're the cheating player on Rebel, you have an easy read to that ball.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always more of a fan of, cheating up, of course, on those kickoffs, but being more of a passive cheat up instead of such an aggressive one, because if something like that comes out, Snips almost gets to that one as well, and another shot on target, but just off of his mark, and Carnage Gaming left scrambling on defense. And look at the infield pass come out, but almost in. Man, they are just hammering the net right now with shots.
And you could see the panic. It was a desperate clear attempt. You even see this one going off the crossbar. Brad, low on boost, couldn't get the save. Rebel, they have been relentless. They have not given Carnage a chance. They've been on their back line. And this game was close until the goal and then that kickoff goal right after. After that, you could really tell that the wind was out of the sails of Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage was absolutely keeping this game close up until about a minute and a half to go. And then after that, it has just been all Rebel throughout the rest of game number 1. And 3 goals in 15 seconds. Probably not going to happen in game number 1. Going to go in favor of Rebel. But with how Carnage Gaming has been playing, they stand a chance in this series still.
It is best of 5, Subi. There's still time. And we've actually seen quite a few reverse sweeps as of late. So it's how good teams are getting, especially mentally. Can't count anyone out until that final whistle. And this final whistle in game 1 not coming because Rebel are hungry for another goal. And finally we see it hit. And Rebel will take game 1. But I was trying to say it a couple times in that first game, Subi, but the speed. Sam actually the 3rd fastest region according to the analysis of speed across regions. You have the Middle East, the fastest region, EU 2nd. Sam 3rd above North America, with OC trailing in that last spot. And you see the speed from South America evident in this game, how quick Carnage was able to get their counterattacks. And you saw quality passing from Carnage in this situation. Reppy, good positioning to receive those passes, and they're looking. But Rebel, they play so fast and with such reckless abandon that Carnage was stuck on their goal line quite a few times, Subi, and it was just too much pressure catching up to him. And on top of that, it really seemed like the game was lost on that kickoff goal, Subi.
Yeah, definitely. And it's apparent that the pressure was on from Rebel because they had 12 shots in this game, which is an absurd amount, which translates over to that speed that you're talking about. But what a major showing from Astromech here in game number 1, getting a hat trick and just being a dominant force on offense, shooting 75%. I mean, Carnage has to figure out a way to slow him down right now.
They're going to have to figure something out. And you saw the double tap as well from Astromech. It was nasty.
Oh, again?
Already a kickoff goal for Rebel. They've got the kickoff figured out.
Well, look again. It goes right, just like the last one.
Yep.
And sure, this one wasn't as hard, but Reppy caught in no man's land there. You either got to get that boost and, haul as fast as you can to get to midfield, or turn and cover up that back line, and he just got caught in the middle.
And kickoffs playing an ever more important role. We've seen a lot of fake kickoff strats as well, Subi.
Yeah.
And it's the only set piece in Rocket League. It's very easy to check out and just do what you do in the thousands of ranked games that you've played, but kickoff, you see it there. It can be the difference in a game.
Yeah.
Even in a series.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show you that Rocket League isn't just a purely mechanical game. You've got to be able to think for 5 minutes straight and keep your head on your shoulders, because if for 1 second you slip up, yeah, you can get caught in fake kickoff, and Astromix gets that right over the top of Drops, just barely skims his hood.
Having a series, and you see Drops turning around, going back to net, but instead of staying flat, went up onto the wall. And when you do that, it can throw you off and the trajectory of where you're aiming. And you see that Drops knew that where that ball was going, but his car was pointed down towards the ground. And if he stays on the ground in that situation, it's likely an easy save.
Yeah. Yeah, I always do that myself, where I'm on that side wall and it just throws your mechanics off if you're not used to it, especially coming up off that crossbar. And that's a good poke from Drops, but still unable to find his first scratch in this series, as it's only been Reppy for Carnage Gaming that's gotten the goals, and Brad and Drops still looking for their first, as Jan coming through the corner. Nice dump off pass, and Snip's gonna pass to Astromix and can't get the hat trick here, and Carnage Gaming looking to set up some offense.
But you can't discount, Subi. It was both goals at the bumper of Reppy, but they were both nice passes.
Absolutely. Nice passes from Brad.
Really seems like the area where Carnage has to step up is in their own half. Being able to conserve boost, pick up the small pads, and kickstart a counterattack, and trying to shut down some of these shots from Astromix, who has been brilliant. And then you also just can't forget about the kickoffs. It's been biting them in these first two games.
Right. It's so hard to work your way back from 2 goals down, but it can just so easily go away because of those kickoffs. You think, okay, we got it all tied up, and just like that, out of the kickoff, another rip on target, and you're immediately back down.
We see the breakout attempt from Carnage. It was well done by Drops, up off the ceiling, passing it down to Brad, who controlled it. Now we see a demo, but a team bump and a demo on the back line. Will this convert? Astromix off the backboard again, almost a triple tap. And there was a brief moment where you're thinking Carnage is going to be on the counterattack, but then the team bump, the demo, Astromix almost getting the clip. Wow.
Well, and he got a flip reset and held onto it until that double commit, or I'm sorry, that double tap came out, and then he used that flip. Great mechanics from Astromix, and he's got the ball going up and a good challenge on that backboard. And right now, James, you said it starts on defense, and I'm going to add on to that. They need to really figure out midfield as well, because they cannot get this ball out of their half.
I think I've seen it before. Oh, and here's another opportunity. Astromix tapping it down, and this is a difficult read from Astromix. You see him, he gets the backboard, and not only that, a little bit of boost left, drops it down to a T.
Oh my, just kills that ball right in the box. Beautiful pass there from Astromix, and I think he cut off his teammate there, but it's all good. When you've got a full triple commit from your opponents, you can take your time in that offensive half.
Snip towards backboard, can't get the read, but fortunately for him, Brad there to support Carnage, still scoreless. We're approaching the final minute of gameplay, and this series has been controlled by Rebel, and mainly Astromix. Astromix has been phenomenal, and he beats the last defender there, leaves it for Snip, but Snip couldn't get there in time, gets demoed.
Yeah, him and Jan were hand in hand going down the field there, and when that ball came out, just a little too close to get a shot on target. But still a little bit of time left for Carnage here, but they need to get a goal on this push, or they're going to be looking at having to get a reverse sweep. And what a save from Snip and Astromix. Combined forces to pinch that ball out.
Seeing opportunity start to show its head for Carnage, but it ends quickly. And now the attack on Snip off the backboard. Brad gets tangled up, and it's an easy goal for Rebel.
They are just working in tandem right now. All 3 members of Rebel getting involved offensively, defensively, and when you're using that back wall as an extra player to utilize a pass, oh, so dangerous.
And that's got to be frustrating for Brad. You're hoping for a better hit in the corner from your teammate. Doesn't happen. Then you've got to dodge a demo attempt. You're stuck motionless. And when you're sitting there not moving at all, Subi, it's so difficult to get anywhere quickly. You start from a standstill. You either waste boost to get up to speed, and Brad really didn't have boost to waste, or you just have to watch as the ball gets hit by.
Yeah, you don't have the best acceleration in that instance. And game 2 gonna go in favor of Rebel, and Carnage Gaming left scratching their heads, figuring out how they can try and get back into this series. But James, I think you and I have kind of pointed out a few things of, yeah, defense is one thing, midfield is another because they can't control the ball. But I also think it's just the hesitation. They're just kind of looking like they're scared to make challenges because they don't want to make mistakes, which in turn is forcing mistakes that they don't think are going to happen.
And the speed from Astronic, you're just seeing Rebel outpace Carnage. They're taking advantage of the kickoff, and once you get that little bit of padding, it makes the game so much easier for you. And you see Astronic there saving his flip for that last moment, almost getting a highlight play. But you also just can't forget those 2 quick goals from Astronic. He scores off kickoff, and then he goes right for net, and a defender, I can't remember if it was drops or not. I think it was, but he was trying to make the save, went up on the wall right at the foot of the goal and missed the save. That was a savable ball, and Astronic was able to get that second goal. And once you get a lead like that, you can play differently in Rocket League. You can take more risks if you want to. And Rebel is seeming like a team that really subscribes to the best defense is a good offense. And it's working out for him because we're not seeing many chances at all for Carnage.
Yeah, and right now it really feels like Rebel is almost playing like half-court basketball. Like they're barely even playing in their half. They're just forcing themselves into
press.
Exactly, and it's a beautiful thing. And it goes to show you why that speed is so important and why spacing is so important, because they're not giving Carnage Gaming any room to breathe.
And on top of that, when you are in those moments, Subi, on defense especially, where you don't have much time to make a decision, sometimes in instances when you do have the time, you still panic and you hit it away.
Yeah.
And that light shot from Reppy has been the goal scorer for Carnage. Had a look, but that shot was way too light. You can tell Carnage are still reeling, trying to get their wheels back under them.
And we're nearing about 10 minutes without Carnage scoring a goal. Rebel just doing a great job of, okay, we figured out what they were doing in game number 1 and just stifling them from that point forward.
Astronic kick-starting a counter. Jan the flick, and it gets by Brad. He saw that Astronic was in the middle, so he's thinking, do I have to defend the pass or do I defend the shot? And he got too close.
Yep, caught looking at that extra man going down the field instead of focusing on the ball, and stuck between a rock and a hard place on that play, because either you got to respect the pass or you respect the shot, but sitting in the middle like that is just going to get you burnt, and that's what happened.
And the speed of the Rebel breakout is impressive. That's a nice touch from Brad on 0 boost, wrap it around, but doesn't do much to relieve the pressure. Jan up, double commit from Astronic, and Jan drops. We'll tap it down to Brad, who gives up possession, but ball bounces off snip. Reppy up to Astronic. Astronic towards net. It was wide open, but it was a quick shot that Astronic had to take.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Anytime you're sitting behind midfield, your accuracy is just going to continue to get lower and lower, and that one, nice slow shot on target. And as we near halftime, James, Carnage Gaming only down by 1 at this point, so they've put themselves in a good position, but still, they've got to do something about this Rebel pressure.
Match point. It's got to be now or never for Carnage. Jan trying to demo. Oh, he does hit it. Drops. Taking time. Well handled by Drops. It was an opportunity to maybe panic, but Drops keeping his head on him.
Yeah, and look at how quick Carnage Gaming is to just retreat back to defense. just goes to show you the respect that is given over to Rebel, and that's all due to the fact that these passes, the shots, little issue here with drops to the top of the box. And we'll see what's going on with that, because it looks like he just stopped playing. Brad stopped playing. And yeah, drops. Looks like he just completely crashed in that instance. So we'll get this all figured out and make sure we update you once we hear what's going on. But from my point of view, it looked like drops just stopped moving right at about, I would say, 2 minutes, 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, drops. He has disconnected from the game. So, and he was also the player that was experiencing some issues at the beginning of the series that resulted in that short technical pause. So we will try to get drops back in here so that we can resume the series. Drops, hopefully he can connect back very soon. But this series, Subi, Rebel has been impressive. They are clearly the better team right now. You look at Astromic being that lead attacker. He has been incredible generating opportunities. And I think I've seen someone in chat say it before, or whether it was on Reddit, I'm not sure, but Astromic, he's like the brainchild of a merging of Astral and Atomic. You got EU Astral, NA Atomic, and this guy, he plays like it.
Yeah, 2 parts of each of their names. I love it. But I think we saw such a change from Carnage Gaming in game 1 after Rebel tied it up. And, we always hear about, people either taking fight in themselves or taking flight. And in game 1, we were seeing the fight coming from Carnage Gaming. And now it's just turned into this flight where they're just so scared of the offense coming forward from Rebel that they're focusing too much on defense. And right now, down 1 goal, I think at this point, with 2 minutes, 6 seconds left on the clock, which is going to be the official ruling, I think we need to see them just go full offense, throw the kitchen sink, and just forget about defense in this moment. And I know that's crazy because they're only down by 1, but they haven't scored since a minute 42 left in game 1.
When you want to talk about fight and flight, Rebel has been flying around, fighting pretty well. So all that boost in their favor. But a quick counterattack opportunity isn't going to come to fruition. Reppy, the pass was too hot for him. You see how close Snip and Jan were in that corner. And Astromic spacing well, but Brad, and that opening was because of that positioning from Jan and Snip on the opposite end of the field. It opened up a quick counterattack window. And that was the best look that we've seen from Carnage in quite some time.
Yeah, they were able to get a quick transition offense, and that's where they've been working best. This is going to be bomb downfield, and Jan forced into a tough spot, and let's see if Brad can beat him there. Good pass, but drops was not expecting it. That's one where got to make sure communication is at a high, and Snips almost gets dunked by Brad, but that 50-50 goes into the corner.
Snip won't be able to get there. Drops pounded it off the ceiling, but now Reppy will have a pass opportunity to Brad. Brad drops sniping the lower corner. There's that Carnage passing we saw at the start of the series. 1, 2, and a 3, and a beautiful team play from Carnage Gaming. Everyone getting involved to break out of defense, to go down the midfield and put that shot on target. All it took was 1, and they tie this game up. Lovely passing. Carnage, a double commit there. Brad will have to get a good hit. Gets it off to the side. Astromic off the ceiling. Brad taking over. Snip will stop the attack. Pinch sends it back to the Rebel corner. Brad, the corner boost steal, floating above net. Astromic trying to slow it down. Will pop it up. Brad at the midfield will stop it. Jan with the challenge. Still floating right above center field until Reppy can finally get a hit. Oh. And the corner boost steal. This is a chance for Carnage. Brad off the ceiling and down. Oh, Astromic. Nice. Getting shut down as well. Snip, blast back. Jan with the demo on drops. And the clear off to the side. We're going to have overtime, and this is the match life for Carnage. Rebel trying to close it out. Oh, nice. Nice patience there from Reppy, playing that cheat up roll on kickoff, not allowing an easy one to go in from Rebel. And
That's one where you got to pay attention to the past and the match history. And that one a little too wide, but Carnage Gaming getting started on offense.
Need some help there. Ball zooming around. Looks like a heat seeker ball. How fast that was going. Battle for possession. Ostromic taking a risk, taking that across the middle. Jan with the shot.
Oh!
Is going to be off the post, but Brad hits it safely to the corner anyway. Now counterattack. Brad off backboard, but Ostromic is already there.
Yeah, great positioning there from Ostromic, just reading what Brad was trying to do. And those long field double taps are always such a tough one to defend if you can't get back on that backboard. And this is going to be opportunity. Reppy's got the shot, and Ostromic able to avoid that demo.
Oh, but fortunately for Carnage.
Oh,
it's not fortunate. I thought they were going to get back in time. You saw that Jan took his time getting control of that ball, but still that heavy commit proved to be fatal. And Rebel will take the series over Carnage.
Great follow through on that shot from Jan as well. Just saying that the defense was rushing back, so it was going to be a sloppy 50-50 at best, and ended up neutral, and he just had to get the slightest touch